was already under the ground! Dude! I was fucking, dude, please. Buff Burrow. Buff Burrow, buff Burrow, buff Burrow, buff Burrow, buff Burrow! The people rejoice. There will be a bigger green screen here fairly soon, so I won't have any more of these random breaks in the transparency background. But what's up, everybody? My name is JoJo, your favorite gold coach, and I hope you're all doing well. So, a couple of weeks ago, I let you guys know that I was going to start maining Venture, and it has been a journey of heartache and frustration. But just to show you guys, ever since that video, I've put over 24 hours on Venture, which, if you're not aware, if you're coming from a different game or you're pretty new to Overwatch, the time on a character is literally the time spent in-game playing the character. So I can't just AFK in the training range and get time spent on the character. All of this has been done specifically in competitive, and I suffered for it, as you can see by my rank at the bottom. I dropped from Diamond all the way to like Gold 3, Gold 2 when I decided to main Venture, and I've been climbing my way back up. I'm assuming I'll be back in my Diamond rank by either the end of the season or beginning of Season 2, but it's been a lot of fun. I've been learning Venture, I've been loving it. I've connected with a few Venture mains on Twitch and TikTok and things like that, so I really do enjoy and love Venture with all my heart, but I think they need some help. So I've toggled with a couple of formats for this video, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about each of my issues with Venture's kit and what I would do to change the kit. So the first thing that I want to talk about, honestly, is Burrow. Now, for a while, I have said that I really hate the 8-second cooldown on Burrow. The more I play with it, the more I guess it's fine. I would say probably 7 seconds would be a lot better, especially in the current state of the game where poke is very dominant. I think that 7 or even 6 seconds would be a lot better for Venture's cooldown cycles. You can keep Drill Dash at 8 because of the fact that Burrow accelerates the cooldown. So if you have Drill Dash at 8, Burrow at 6, you can use Burrow to reset your Drill Dash cooldown more often, and it also like forces you to think a little bit more about the cycle of your cooldowns and things like that. But realistically speaking, the reason I had always thought 8 seconds was too long was because I was using Venture wrong. I was burrowing directly to the enemy, and then I would pop out, and I would try to take the duel, and then they would catch me out, and I'd go, I don't have anything, right? But as it turns out, I'm stupid as fuck, and you were supposed to be doing things like burrowing to cover. You know, maybe you jiggle peek them a little bit, you do some of that. If they push you, you can Drill Dash out, but you basically wait for your Burrow to come back, and then you walk forward and engage. It's called staging. It's a basic fundamental of dive, and I can't believe that when I started playing a dive character, I forgot about that fundamental, but that's not what we're here to talk about. My issue with Burrow is not its cooldown, it's this, the cast time. Now, the cast time of Burrow, if you read it, is 0.65 seconds. It takes 0.65 seconds for you to fully get underground. And I'm just gonna tell you off the rip, that is way too goddamn long. The opening to this video is 2 separate clips of me getting hindered and pinned mid-burrow when I'm basically already under the ground. I hate this. This happens so often, and it is legitimately ridiculous. You can make it 0.35 seconds. Literally knock 0.30 seconds off of this animation, and it will be one of the greatest buffs you've ever given a character. Because as a dive character, as a flanker, you are supposed to be able to get out of situations quickly, and you already have the weakness where your escape tool can be, you know, you can, in mid animation, you can get bumped out of it. I had a clip a while back, I'll see if I can dig it up and put it into this video, of as I'm burrowing, Roadhog starts whole hogging, and I can't finish my burrow because I'm getting whole hogged against the wall, and I'm just stuck in the burrow animation. You can't get out of it. I've been stunned out of burrow. There's just so many things that happen in the middle of this animation, and it sucks because every other character with an escape ability. Okay, so Wraith, that happens basically instantly, right? If we look at Wraith form, it doesn't even tell you the cast time because there's basically none, right? You just hit shift and you're out of it, right? Mei, you just hit shift and you're out of it. Sombra has a little bit of a cast time, but she can literally look at the floor and instantly get into, get her iframe to happen. Moira, fade instantly. All of these things happen instantly. Now, I understand that the difference between each of these escape abilities with invulnerability periods and Burrow is that you have more control with Burrow, but like for Sombra, if you do this and you keep moving, you're fast, you got your iframe dodge, you manage to get out of that, and then you get to reposition very quickly. But for whatever reason, Venture has to write a fucking letter of request to Congress and wait for them to finish reading it and approve it before they get to go underground and use their ability that is integral to them being a flanker. And sometimes you have to use Burrow to engage because of maps like Havana, Circuit Royale, Rialto, all of these maps with these long sight lines where you just kind of get poked out on your way to the enemy. You need Burrow to get to the other cover spots so that you can stage properly. And so it sucks that when you play it correctly, you do what I talked about. You burrow to cover, you jiggle peek them a little bit, you wait for your Burrow to come back, you decide to engage, and then when shit gets hairy, you're like, crap, I gotta get out of here. You start doing this, and then you get stunned and knocked out of it. It's just, So in my opinion, the Burrow needs to be buffed. It needs to be knocked down to like 0.35 seconds of cast time. Again, I understand that it can't be infinite. It doesn't have to be infinite. That's fine. I just want it to be faster. I want to stop being taken out of my Burrow when I'm basically already in the ground because the animation takes so goddamn long. Drill Dash is fine. I'm not worried about that. Clobber is fine. Explorer Resolve, fine. The sub roll, fine. The Smart Excavator, fine. All of this is fine. I understand it's 75 on a direct hit. I kind of wish it was 80. I kind of hate how it takes 4 shots to kill so many enemies. And 80 doesn't necessarily change that much, but I feel like it would be a little bit better. But, I don't know what the damage was before I started playing again in January. I do know that the one-shot combo used to be much more deadly, so I don't know what has changed about that. But in any case, I think this is fine. Let's talk about Tectonic Shock. I hate this ultimate. I legitimately hate this ultimate. This has got to be one of the worst DPS ults in the game. It's genuinely one of the worst DPS ults in the game. Even the best Ventures agree with me, like Athena. It's so bad. It's so bad. So the thing about Tectonic Shock is that it's very obviously just a ground-based ability, right? It is a ground-based ability. It goes 25 meters, causes 130 damage in a cone. Seems like a very powerful, like, team wipe flank-based ultimate, right? And it is, but not really. So here's a few problems with it. First off, you can block this ultimate with like a shield. Like just a normal shield just completely blocks the ultimate from going. Even though it's technically a shockwave traveling under the ground, it can be blocked by shields. It can be blocked by walls. I mean, I can't tell you a number of times I've been in like this situation where I gotta go to shoot and it hit it that time. But like I've had times where it just didn't hit the person because half their body was covered by this and it was like just genuinely crap. So it can't go under walls, it can't go under shields, it can't do any of that. It's also very slow and your fire rate is very slow. So people can, try to get out of the way because it's a cone. People can also like step, like if I'm shooting from right here and someone's right here, the cone will inevitably miss me. There's just a lot of problems with it. It's too easy to dodge, too easy to counter. You're very exposed during it as well. You're extremely loud, which, I mean, that's fine. Being loud is fine. They need to know it's coming. But you're very exposed during it. You also lose access to your primary fire, right? So if let's just say like you pop your ultimate and then you have to get out of there, you get forced out of there. So you gotta like drill dash up here. Well, now you're fucked. You can't do anything. You have to just burn your three charges and they won't do anything. So because you lose access to your primary fire, so you can't fight back, you can't deal damage until the ultimate's over, and because the fire rate is so slow, because the meter takes a long time to go down, which I'm not saying the meter should go down faster, I'm just saying because the meter takes a long time to go down, you lose some of your offensive capability if you get forced out for literally any reason. So it's the type of ultimate that most of the time I find myself holding on to for far too long because I'm just waiting for like a single fucking perfect time to use it. And when I say perfect time, I'm not saying, oh man, I got to get my big team wipe. I'm saying like, okay, I need to contest this lane, right? I've got a tracer or something on this lane. They're causing problems. Now I need to contest it. I pop my ultimate solo to try to contest it, but now I need to save my ultimate. So the way I would change the ultimate personally is I would just simply make Excavation Exhilaration base kit. And then you can bring it from 300% to like 150 or 200, one of those two, right? Excavation Exhilaration needs to be base kit because Excavation Exhilaration is picked over Deep Burrow almost all of the time, not because Deep Burrow is a bad perk, it's actually a really good perk, but because you basically need Excavation Exhilaration to make Tectonic Shock not shit. Once that's there, you can reposition as much as you need to for the, you know, the perfect shot, lining up those angles. You can drill past a shield, you can drill and then and then burrow and then pop out and then drill again. You need it, right? You need Excavation Exhilaration because the repositioning that you get from your abilities is very important to making this ultimate work, right? You have to be able to make this ultimate work with the repositioning, and so that just, it needs to be base kit. Like I said, we can lower it from 300%, but you'll see Venture's basically always picking Excavation Exhilaration because it desperately needs to be base kit. I would replace it with a minor perk that either speeds up Burrow's animation time or maybe even like gives you a speed boost during Burrow, right? So you would pick between Deep Burrow allowing you to stay underground longer, or you would pick like a speed perk with Burrow so you move faster when you're actually like in this 4 seconds. You could pick either one of those because they both have similar yet separate situationals, and it would actually be a hard choice from time to time. I don't really know what I would, you know, fully pick for the minor perk, but you could even do something like your passive, right? Your Explorer's Resolve. All of your abilities give 5 more shield and raise your maximum by 5, right? So all of your abilities would give 30 shield and your ultimate would give 80, and then the max shield is like 80, you know, just something small like that. Just a little bit of extra health, a little bit of extra wiggle room to work with things would be just fine. The last thing that I would do to Venture is I would make Covered in Dirt base kit and Smart Extender base kit. Both these majors need to be base kit because they, first off, Covered in Dirt is just dog shit. It's just absolutely dog shit. If you didn't know, there was a time before I started playing where Covered in Dirt was bugged, so you could just like pick it and then get like infinite amount of shields off of just tickling the person with your melee. But the way it works right now is that if you don't finish your melee, you don't get the full shields. You have to fully commit to doing the melee to get your full shields. And that sucks because you have to be in melee range, first off, which is not always easy. If you kill the target or cancel it early for an animation cancel, like for example in your combo, you just don't get all of the shields that you need, right? So I need to be up in their face and I need to spend this whole time in order to get the 30 shields. At the end of the day, people would rather just pick Smart Extender. Smart Extender gives you 25 shields, reloads your ammo, and makes your shot go much extended. And it's on a 12-second cooldown. I say you can put this bitch on like a 14-second cooldown and make Smart Extender base kit because Venture just desperately needs Smart Extender. I think even if you replaced Covered in Dirt, you made Covered in Dirt base kit, and gave like another major perk, I think Smart Extender would still be chosen 99.9% of the time. So I would make both of these base kits. Like I said, Smart Extender, you could probably increase its cooldown to like 14 seconds or 13 seconds instead of 12, and it would be fine as a base kit ability, but it just helps you, patch a lot of the weaknesses that Venture has that they don't need to have. They don't need to have these many weaknesses, especially given the way that their playstyle is. So what I would do instead, I've talked about this before, but I would give a major perk that extends the knockback range and the emerging radius of Burrow. So basically, my idea for a major perk was extend the knockback by 50% and extend the range at which enemies are damaged by like 200% or something crazy. You just are able to make just this giant explosion. That would be one major perk that I would give Venture. I think that would be pretty cool. Another major perk that I would give Venture would be allow you to burrow up walls. I think that would be kind of cool. Like if you could burrow and then like burrow up the wall, I think that would also be a really cool major perk. It's kind of similar to my idea with the minor perk. Give the character like two things that are, you know, kind of situational, but would be like hard to choose between. Cause like, do you want the massive, you know, if you're playing on like Ilios, you want the massive knockback and the big explosion. But if you're playing on like Circuit Royale, you want the ability to like burrow up walls. That would be kind of cool. So that's the way that I would change Venture, you know, bring them a little bit more in line with what the game currently needs. Obviously, there are other flankers as well that need a little bit of help in where the game is, you know, at right now. I don't think Venture's in the best spot. I still think they're good. I still think they're good enough for you to pick, but you have to put in a lot of work to achieve what you need to achieve. And I think that that's not necessary, right? I think we can still keep the skill expression of the character and the unique playstyle of the character with these changes. It just gives us a little bit more to work with, which I think is fine. But let me know what you guys think down below. If you main Venture, let me know what changes you would make to the character. And I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. As always, a great big special thank you to my channel members listed on screen now. You want to find out how to become a channel member today, get awesome perks like seeing videos early, merch discount codes, and more, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.